Michael Silva Sandim says, "Hey Bill, Canadian millennial fan here. Awesome, thank you, Michael. Just wanted to know what you thought about Milo Yiannopoulos recently being shut down at a speaking event at DePaul University last week. It was the first time he actually had to cancel an event. Do you think the rising backlash is a good thing or a good sign or a bad sign? Also, when do we get to see you talk with Stefan Molyneux again? I personally really miss those discussions. Me too. Had an awful lot on my plate, but we'll be bringing those back once things settle down a little around here." So, look, I think Milo Yiannopoulos is one of the most powerful pieces on the board. I think he's unbelievably effective, and that's why he has to be destroyed. You can't have an openly gay person Republican, like in the same way that you can't have famous movie star women being Republican, in the same way that you can't have black people being Republican, because it destroys the narrative. And the narrative is that the Republicans are the racists and they're the misogynists and they're the homophobes. And if you have a gay Republican, then that makes it a lie. And if that gay Republican is getting tremendous support from his supposedly, homophobic base, then that also destroys the narrative. And if the fact that this homosexual, flagrantly homosexual guy is in fact being shut down and bullied by people on the left, the progressives, that also is a pretty powerful lever of truth to wield against these people. The genius of Milo is that he understands the way the game is played in terms of the victimhood hierarchy, and he just plain runs with it. I think he probably understands the media better than anybody I've seen since Andrew Breitbart. He understands how they work. So when you've got a conservative out there making the case for conservatism, and it's called the Dangerous Faggot Tour, you've got a real problem if you're the left. Real problem. Big problem. And that same problem that you would have with somebody like, if it turned out that Brad Pitt was a conservative, you'd have a real problem because the social proof is breaking down. So as far as the shutting down the event goes, I've seen the video of that. Those people got up on stage and, really physically threatened him. I don't think I'd be sitting there flinching like that. If somebody was in my face like that, I suspect one of us is going to jail. I certainly hope that's the case. I don't know. If you think that was terrifying, I got a chance to talk to Ben Shapiro's bodyguard, who said that they were in New York and Black Lives Matters people were starting to bash down the door. Literally bash down the door, and they're talking. Ben Shapiro was speaking there, and you could hear from outside. You're hearing "Kill the Jew," and they're. So the security guy goes and opens the door with a gun drawn. He says, "I think we all ought to back up now because this is how people get killed," and that's not funny at all. I'm going to be doing some colleges and stuff. I don't think I don't get that kind of reaction. Probably because I'm not quite so provocative, but I have to be prepared for it. And on some level, I feel a little, hurt that I haven't gotten that kind of protesting yet. But, hey, take care, Foghorn. Yeah, he's dangerous. He has to be stopped. And so does, Ben Johnson, and so does Stacey Dash and all the rest of them. They're just, by their presence, destroying their narrative. And they're fantastically valuable pieces. And I haven't met him, but I sure would like to. I'd like to shake his hand. He's a really good guy.